You're listening to another ASCI Lounge podcast.
Welcome back to the ASCI Lounge. I'm Monique Fenech, Australasian Supply Chain Institute, and today on the ASCI Lounge we have with us Ivan Imparato, CEO of ASCI, and Jeremy Birt, General Manager Operations, Nick Scali Furniture. Welcome.
Welcome, Monique, and welcome to the lounge, Jeremy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Hopefully it's a comfortable one.
Hopefully it's comfortable and that he returns again.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's what we do, right? Comfortable lounge.
Excellent. That's it.
Thanks for joining us, Jeremy. I think, Ivan, you need no introduction to the ASCI community, but I'd like to give our listeners a bit of an update on Jeremy Birt. And the reason why we have Jeremy joining us as a guest on the ASCI Lounge today. Jeremy has over 20 years of international commercial leadership experience across all aspects of business, including sales, digital operations, customer service, procurement, merchandising, supply chain and logistics. Sound familiar? Jeremy, you've spent a long time in Australia in this industry and are now at Nick Scali Furniture. So I do hope that lounge is comfortable for you. But the reason for joining the lounge today is the importance of being a member of ASCI, which you are, and we're really keen to hear your thoughts and see if that resonates with our community. So what do you think, Ivan? Is this a good topic?
Absolutely. And look, we won't throw you too many questions, mate. We'll try and keep it simple. So welcome, mate. I appreciate your time and appreciate the fact that you want to share your thoughts. So maybe we could start off by just asking you why did you become a member of ASCI in the first instance?
Yeah, look, thanks, guys, very much for the time. I think in terms of ASCI, what I've enjoyed very much about it, so far has been, the sense of community, that ASCI brings to the industry. But it's also plugging into the best talent in the industry. It's the movers and shakers in the industry. And as a leader in this industry, for me, it's really important to be able to plug into that new, fresh thinking, that the members bring. So, as an example, I mean, Ivan, I was at the business breakfast a few weeks ago in Sydney, and the conversation there was just, not only the panel speakers, but the people who were there was just so stimulating. It really challenged, the way I looked at things, and it was, I just got so much out of it. And so, I think that for me, being able to plug in whenever I want to that, level of thinking was really important. And for me, membership's really paying off. So it's been great.
That's great. That's fantastic to hear that, because that's exactly what we're trying to do, is trying to enable the professionals like yourself to engage and get something, obviously some benefits from those breakfasts. So that's great to hear, mate. And why is it so important now to become a member of an association, you think?
Yeah, well, look, I think it's more important than ever, right? I mean, certainly if you look at, the business a few years ago, responding to customer needs, and now the pressures that are on the supply chain industry, customers want, not everything the next day. It is same day delivery. Can you do it in 60 minutes? Can you do it in 30 minutes? Click and collect. Everyone's, a lot of people are doing that. Everyone's heard of that. That's not new anymore. So, I think the customer demands are accelerating, and expectations are accelerating, completely out of the park. So, from an industry perspective, it's exciting, but there's a lot to really keep up with, and to try and actually do it efficiently, cost effectively, but not at the expense of quality. Everyone's trying to deliver the best quality as well, because that's what customers want, and I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, that's right. And I suppose, you've come from different industries and now into a retailer. Is that right? A wholesaler?
Retailing, yeah. So 60 stores across the country, yeah.
Yeah, which I've got some of Nick Scali furniture at home myself. It's good quality,
That's
and
good. I'm glad to hear that.
but someone as experienced as yourself, with time constraints, managing a team, managing an operation, why is it important to be part of an association like us? I mean, it's time, right?
Yeah, look, I think you invest the time if it's a positive payback. And what I like about it is you can have a lot of experience, but often you don't know what you don't know. So the framework that ASCI provides, I think, is really also really important as well. And it gives not only new players and young players, but also old timers a bit of a people like me, a bit of a way to frame your next step and your learning through through the industry and through your career path, right?
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for that. That's a nice way to put it. So we spoke about trends, we spoke about the reasons and the reasons why you're joining. We're positioning ourselves as part of our vision to be an accredited body for supply chain professionals in Australia. I
Yep.
think no one else is doing that. It's a long journey. It's an exciting one. What else should we be, as an association, be looking at providing in this day and age to practitioners like yourself?
Yeah. Look, for me, it's a lot about relevance, right? So if you're, we can have a body, an industry association, but if it's not relevant, then that's, it's probably not as valuable to the members. But certainly if you go on the ASCI website, and have a look at the corporate members who are involved in ASCI, and it's a really impressive list, right? Lots of household names on there. You've got Bega Cheese, AGL, big companies, got Metcash and Ball, etc. So, I think that proves to me that shows that ASCI is relevant not only to the individual but also to the companies, and that is really going to help us stay relevant as we move forward. I think in the industry.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, a couple of things I've taken out is time. Obviously, everyone's time poor. Relevance within a certain time limit. I think that's the key takeaway that we need to focus on for members. So thanks for that. I appreciate your feedback. So Monique, with that, I just wanted to quickly wrap up what's coming up next week, and to Jeremy's point, some of the things that we're looking at: supply chain disruption on Tuesday the 25th in Sydney. We have Cameron Honey, Chief Commercial Officer of Sydney FC. So Jeremy, you and I are probably football freaks, so we'll probably be there listening to.
Sounds exciting, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, to Cameron.
Hey,
talk.
I am as well.
Oh, you are as well. There you go. He'll talk about the disruption environment that's hit the organisation with all that, Alliance Stadium demolition. What does that have to their business, and where they're moving, what the business is doing due to that disruption. So that'll be an interesting talk around that and how they've been able to move ahead with that. But the other one in Melbourne on the next day is all about quality conversations to improve outcomes. So that's another one about leadership. Laura Heffer, who was the actually the moderator, Jeremy, at that leadership series that we went to. Yeah, she'll be there at on Wednesday in Melbourne. We'll talk about quality conversations to improve outcomes. So that's like a workshop, a lot of interaction, a lot of Q&A. That'll be an interesting event in Melbourne. We did one in Sydney a few months ago. And then in July, just to finish off, we have ethical and sustainable procurement series. So this is another topic that's quite relevant about ethics and sustainability in the global market. Brisbane on the 17th of July, there's a roundtable discussion. Sydney, 23rd of July, we have Maruf Hossan Chowdhury, I think, if I can spell it right. He's a lecturer from UTS who will be talking about ethical and sustainable procurement. And in Melbourne on the 24th, we have a roundtable discussion. So some really interesting events coming up. And I think, Monique, there was one today as well in WA, yeah?
Yeah, we had one in Perth where a case study was presented on inventory sharing across the oil and gas industry. And the presentation has kindly been uploaded
That's
to
great.
the ASCI resources section. So if you do regularly check your closed LinkedIn group or closed Facebook group that ASCI members can enjoy, the link is there today. And
That's
we'll
great.
put it in this podcast as well. But you have to be an ASCI member, of course, to access that that link in the resources section on our website.
Great. So, look, I'd like to just thank Jeremy again for your time, mate. I appreciate it. And,
Pleasure. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And thanks for your feedback. And I welcome all our members to provide feedback to us directly via email, through your LinkedIn post or Facebook. We have many ways that we can receive your feedback. And on that note, Monique, I suppose it's bye for now, yeah?
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jeremy. I hope you come back. And thanks, Ivan. There's a lot of events coming up where I'm excited to meet our members once again this month. There is an end of financial year sale if you're not an ASCI member. That is $25 off membership. So get in touch with us and become a member like Jeremy and tap into the benefits. Thanks very much and bye for now.